People would naively think, when they think of the big game developers, Valve Software, Blizzard, Riot Games, they would think, right, well, these people made an esports game and they must have a handle on what esports games are like. But if you look, the big games of the past, or their successors, comes from mods.
What is modding? Mods or modifications are custom elements added to a game by the community. These can range from a new skin for a character, all the way up to a whole new way to play.
You look at a game like League of Legends, Dota 2, Heroes of the Storm. These games all go back to Dota, Defense of the Ancients, which was a mod, it was originally just a map, of Warcraft 3.
Games such as Warcraft 3 spawned thousands of custom maps, custom characters and custom game modes, all driven by the community. The original Dota was one of these game modes, and went through a number of iterations and a number of creators, before eventually settling on Defense of the Ancients as we know it.
When Dota All-Stars came together, it was a combination of all of these different types of ideas that people had around this game mode, and piled it all into one big thing which has been refined over the years.
Mods allow players to make the games they otherwise didn't have the expertise to create from scratch. This freedom of creativity allowed people to finally play the exact type of games they were looking for, the type of game that didn't yet exist on the mainstream market.
At the time, I was really interested in counter-terrorist forces. That level of sophistication in terms of the weaponry, in terms of the tactics, I thought that would make a great theme for a game.
Our server was called like the COD of DayZ, that it was that kind of just spawn, loot up and kill everyone else and go hunting. And that's where Battle Royale came from, because I saw that people were spending, about an hour every night on the server. They would come in, play for an hour and leave. And I saw that, if you just compress that sort of experience into a game mode and then Battle Royale.
Mods made for perfect esports, because at their core, both were about communities. Both were driven by passionate creators and competitive player bases that strive to improve themselves as well as their game.
Dota started as an idea, a custom idea, which developed into a community, which then developed into a competitive community, which has now developed into an industry.
I believe I'm the luckiest man in gaming. From someone who had no experience in gaming, was essentially an out-of-work photographer and designer, and now I'm creative director at a games company, and to be given that chance is huge. I bless my lucky stars every day.
Whatever the future may hold for esports, there's one thing you can guarantee: mods will still have a part to play.